Hello everyone, Mike Lovelace with Carolina Blue Smoke Barbecue and Outdoor Cooking, and today we're going to show you a recipe for something that's really popular on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok right now, and that is dill pickle pot roast. This is kind of a spin on the Mississippi pot roast that people cook in their crock pot. You can also do this one in your crock pot, but hey, we're all about outdoor cooking. We're going to do this on our RecTech RT700 pellet grill. Thanks, please like and subscribe. All right, let's take a look at our ingredients. We're going to start out with some au jus gravy mix, some ranch dressing mix. You got a stick of butter, which we're going to use about half a stick of butter, some Mount Olive kosher baby dills, whatever brand of baby dills you like. Some people have asked about sweet pickles. Yeah, you could try it with that. We've never done that before. A nice chuck roast here. It's about 2.5 pounds. And some SPG from Killer Hogs brisket rub we're going to put on the outside of that chuck roast. All right, I like to use a cooling rack and put it over a full pan or a half pan. So all I'm doing here is I pulled this 2.5 pound chuck roast out, sprinkling it with this SPG, this Texas Killer Hogs rub, and not going to soak it too much, just a little bit on the outside here, and on each side. This will mix in with all the other juices and everything else, so it's not going to be too salty or too much pepper or anything on it. All right, now it's time to put it on our pellet smoker. I put mine at 200 degrees. You can go down to 185 extreme smoke mode or up to 225. Whatever's going to get a nice little smoke on this. We're going to smoke this for about 2 hours at this temperature. Then we're going to add all the ingredients into it and bump that temperature up to 350. All right, it's 2 hours later. This chuck roast is smelling absolutely awesome. There's not a lot of fat, not a lot of drippings right here. Hey, we just wanted to put a nice little smoke on this for a couple hours. Now we're going to take it inside, put it in a half pan, and go ahead and add our ingredients. Now it's time to put this roast on, put all the ingredients in here. This is the easy part. Very easy recipe. 2.5 to 3 pound chuck roast. Smoke it for a couple hours. Then we're going to put a packet of ranch on this. Then we're going to go with a packet of au jus gravy mix, whatever your favorite brand is. And then we're going to add some dill pickles to this thing, some baby dill pickles. You could, I guess, use regular dill pickles. As I mentioned earlier, some people asked about sweet pickles. Hey, give it a shot. Try it out. What you're going to realize on this chuck roast, and I mentioned it later on, is that it's just a hint of dill. It's not overbearing. When I first heard this recipe, I thought it would be overbearing, but it's not. So this small jar here, I can't remember how many ounces it is. You can pause it and go back and look at it. But just dump that whole thing of juice in there and put those pickles inside. Those pickles will shrink a little bit while it's cooking, but it adds a lot of juice. Basically, this thing's going to boil and steam now and cook in all these juices, the gravy and the ranch seasoning. And then here we're going to put a half a stick of butter, cut it up into small pieces, put that half a stick of butter on there as well. And then we're going to take our aluminum foil. We're going to take our aluminum foil and put it over the top of this. And then I used a small skewer and punch holes all over this so that whenever it steams, some of it will evaporate and it just doesn't all fall back down inside, which was very good at the very end. You'll see it was almost perfect amount of fluid and liquid at the end to mix it up with the gravy. As I mentioned, we're going to bump this up to 350. Cook this for another 2.5 to 3 hours, depending on the size of your chuck roast. 3 hours was perfect, so this cooked a total of 5 hours. 2 hours with the light smoke, and then 3 hours with all the ingredients. This is what she looks like after 5 hours total, 2 smoked, 3 on the smoker wrapped. We're getting ready to pull this bad boy apart. At this point, this smells incredible with that smoke and that chuck roast. Look at the smoke ring on it. And then you can just tear it apart very easily here with 2 forks. But yeah, that smell is incredible. We're going to pull this apart here, and then we're going to turn around and lick that au jus that's in the bottom of there. You see that with the ranch dressing and the pickle juice. We're going to mix that all in together, let it soak in there for a little bit. Then we're going to give us a try at the very end. But I'm telling you, this was a very easy recipe, as I mentioned earlier. Of course, you could do it in a crock pot, but I'm telling you, adding that smoker, 2 hours of smoke to it, makes a huge difference in the taste profile, in my opinion. I've always felt that way, especially with the Mississippi pot roast. I've ate it in a crock pot. Yeah, it's good. But if you want to do a Mississippi pot roast and put it on the smoker for 2 hours, and then finish the pot roast off on the smoker in the oven, that's the way to do it. Here we're mixing all this juice in here, and it just, oh man, I guess you know my thoughts on this. This is our finished product, plated on a bed of cauliflower potatoes. I'm doing low carb, so I had to watch my carbs here. Turned out excellent. Probably like the Mississippi pot roast just a tad more because I like heat, but you could add some heat to this. But this tasted great. Just a hint of that dill, wasn't overbearing. The pickles tasted good as well whenever you ate those. So definitely try this one out. And please like and subscribe to Carolina Blue Smoke Barbecue and Outdoor Cooking. Thank you.